put down the pina colada and pick up a pumpkin beer. It's that time again.
Hey, if you got a pumpkin beer, let's put some ice cream in it.
Ooh, that's a fine idea.
Great idea.
We'll do that today and more from Ship Bottom Brewing Beer Garden at Linvilla Orchards. With Lou Bryson, I'm Glen Macnow. Welcome to What's Brewing.
What's Brewing is brought to you in part by Monco Maker's Passport. Download your free digital pass and sip your way through Montgomery County. By the Conshohocken Brewing Company, featuring 4 locations and available at beer retailers throughout the tri-state area. And by support from the Pennsylvania Malt and Brewed Beverage Industry Promotion Board and grant funding from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.
Hey, welcome to What's Brewing with my pal Lou Bryson. I'm Glen Macnow. We're back at one of our favorite places, Ship Bottom Brewing Beer Garden here at Linvilla Orchards in Media. Huh? Fun place?
Yeah.
We'll do this.
Gorgeous.
Then we'll go on a hayride.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of which, guess what? You may or may not like it, but it's pumpkin beer time. So Lou, I ran a poll on my Twitter page the other day. And the question was, let me get the exact question here. It was very simple. Pumpkin beer, yay or nay?
Wow, not
Okay.
anything about scheduling or type of
No.
pumpkin beer,
Well,
just
there is a
straight
schedule.
up.
So I got 1,100 votes. And here, this was it. Love it, 17%. Despise it, 41%.
Wow.
Call me in October, 42%. Guess what? It's not October, it's August. But here they are. They're all here. All of my friends, I love them so. So let's do a beer swap. Here's what I brought for you. This is Funk Brewing. I like Funk Brewing.
Oh, yeah.
Good play, right? Kind of up your way. This is
Yeah,
their,
get that name in. That's awesome.
Yeah. This is their Let's Give 'em Pumpkin to Talk About. Okay, whoops. It would help if I pour it the right way. Song by?
Bonnie Raitt, written by John
there
Hyatt.
you go. There you go. Who am I fooling you with good music, right?
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there.
This is a smooth, creamy, rich, slightly sweet 7.2% ale.
Big enough.
Spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, man.
Okay. Here's
Yeah.
my thing with pumpkin ales. I don't like the really light ones. If I want one, it's because I want a piece of pie. And I want it to be
Yes.
pie in a glass.
I love something that tastes like pumpkin pie. So people say, as you saw to my poll, too early. Come back later. What do you think?
I think if it's good, I'm drinking it. That's what I always think about beer.
Right. It doesn't have to be the season. So I talked to our pal Robert Zarco, who runs this here joint, because they have theirs out here, which we're going to be trying. And he said, I said, why so early? He said, because there is a limited amount of time that you have to sell this thing. Nobody wants beer left over after the season.
No.
You're not going to be able to sell it in January.
Well, on November 1st, nobody wants pumpkin beer.
Right.
It's after
so
Halloween.
bring it out, sell it, and there you go. What'd you bring me?
I brought a classic. This is the Southern Tier Pumpkin.
Oh, that's one of the best.
I mean, this was one of the first really big ones. This is an 8.6. So
Nice.
let's roll that out.
Very nice. So today's pumpkin ales can be an amber ale, can be an IPA, can be a spiced lager.
Had a Saison
right?
pumpkin.
A Saison.
Yeah.
Really? How was that?
Surprisingly good.
Okay.
I was shocked because I would thought it was going to be a drain pour.
Oh,
but
this smells so good. This really is one of the
ooh.
best.
Ooh, there's some vanilla there.
So I brought another one of theirs, as a matter of fact. They make a caramel version.
You know, I'm tasting the caramel, and I was thinking, I saw you
Yeah.
had that.
Right?
Mm.
Okay. This is the one, Conshohocken Brewing, Nightmare on East Elm Street, the pumpkin ale. This is Lancaster Brewing Company, Baked Pumpkin Ale,
Ooh.
like that. And the Chamonix Creek,
Speaking
our
of pie.
friends, Punkless Dunkel.
Oh, I've had that. That's great.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's all I got. Okay,
Okay.
but that's a lot.
Yeah.
Why do people resent this?
You know what? Some people just don't like having fun. I think that's some of it. The other thing is, I mean, it's pumpkin spice everything, and I think people just get annoyed.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm glad you brought that up, because I found a story about that. People ran about pumpkin creep, right? As
Right.
in it's creeping
It's
into
getting in
everything.
too early.
I did a quick Google search.
Oh, pumpkin is showing up and everything. I
yes.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Not a creepy pumpkin.
No, I meant that it
Although
was
I've
coming
made
in
those.
earlier in the year.
No, that too.
Yeah.
No, I did a search and found not just pumpkin beer or pumpkin latte, pumpkin lip gloss, pumpkin pudding, ice cream, pumpkin Oreos, pumpkin popcorn, that sounds horrible, pumpkin cereal, oat milk, pumpkin almonds, pumpkin ramen, pumpkin spiced tea, pumpkin broth, pumpkin pet food. What is wrong with you people?
We actually give our dog pumpkin every night.
Is that right?
It's good for him. It's
right.
really healthy.
All right, so
I wouldn't eat it, but
so what do I know? Not every pumpkin ale has pumpkin in it.
no. A lot of times just the pumpkin spices.
And that works.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, that's what most people are looking for anyway. The pumpkin's in there for like some extra sugar, but it's a pain because it's got oils on the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes a lot to prepare it.
Right, and one of the things is when you're making pumpkin ale, you're using last year's pumpkins.
Or
because
canned.
Pumpkin, or canned,
Yeah.
right. You're saving them, freezing them, canning them, whatever. Because guess what? Pumpkins don't come up in July. You got to do them the year before. And just as of note, Dogfish Head Pumpkin Ale uses the actual pumpkin flesh and pumpkin spice and a little bit of brown sugar, which is pretty nice. Final note from me, in 2001, Nielsen Company valued the pumpkin flavored product market in the United States at $500 million, increasing every single year. Brewers Association, this floors me. 1 out of every 7 craft beer purchases in the fall is a pumpkin beer.
I would love to know the numbers on Oktoberfest because I thought it was catching up, but now that I hear that, I'm not even going to presume.
You know what? Oktoberfest is an episode we do a couple weeks from now, right? We have a lot to look forward to. The seasons are
roasted chicken.
The seasons are all pretty good to us. All right, coming up, boy, are we going to have fun. Save that pumpkin ale because we're going to use it and we're going to make beer floats.
Love those.
There you go. We're at Ship On and Brewing, Linvilla Orchards. With Lou Bryson, I'm Glen Macnow for What's Brewing.
When you vacation in Montgomery County, PA, your money worries get a vacation too.
Oh, you gotta get your value.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free?
$4, that's it? Keep the lettuce coming, Diane.
Parking is free!
Hey, it's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead, freak out.
Hey, welcome back to What's Brewing with Lou Bryson. I'm Glen Macnow. We are at Ship On and Brewing Company out here at Linvilla Orchards, a beautiful beer garden on just a gorgeous day. Robert Zarko runs. You got the Kelly Green.
Yeah, man. Everybody's got to get it now, right?
Love the Kelly Green.
Been what, 10, 15 years?
Tribute to Jerome Brown. I love that thing. Okay, we are doing a contest this year on What's Brewing, and we would like you to get involved and win, because at the end of the year, we're going to make Robert Zarko hold a party for us. Oh, it's going to be great.
Just found that out last week.
Anyway, yes, we did. What we're going to do is each week ask for, it's our photo challenge, and each week we're going to ask you for something else, and the best ones of the week will win an opportunity to come to our year-end party. This week, the challenge is we want to see the best home bars. Who's got the best home bar setup? Now, Lou Bryson, I'm looking at photographs of yours right now. I have to tell you, I'm not particularly impressed.
You kind of have to squint.
What's going on here?
Well, we're remodeling our house. It's a basement from 1810.
Yes, it is.
And
a lot of
we're
stone
turning
and rocks.
I have a concrete floor now. We've
Okay.
made progress. We're getting there.
All right, you're going to be there.
Yeah.
In 6 months. It's going to be
Yeah.
unbelievable. But here's the thing. I heard that Stouts Brewery is selling it. I'm looking at a picture of Stouts right now.
Yeah.
That's the one you should get.
I know.
Will they
it's
sell
just-
to you?
It's twice the size of the room.
Oh,
that's the problem.
Darn shame.
Yeah, I would love to have
Oh, that's a beauty. Okay. By the way, send this to either my social media at Real Glen Macnow at Twitter, or Glen Macnow on Facebook, or the show at What's Brewing PA, or you can send to Lou, which is at Lou Bryson.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Robert Zarko is with us. Now wait, your home bar is what, a tiki bar?
Well, it's not a home bar. We actually own a Ship On and Brewery tiki bar boat down in Beach Haven.
Sweet.
Yes. Holds 6 people. So
Wow.
Anybody wants to come on, let me know. We can make
in.
it part of the contest.
Hold on. Did you
Best
lose
one
my
wins a
email on
cruise.
that invitation? I'm not sure. All right, we got to do this fast, because one of the things that's really fun, and while the weather is still warm, is to make yourself a beer float. We did this on the show, I don't know, years ago, but I want to do it again. So we each have our own recipe, our own beer. Well, recipe is we got vanilla ice cream. We didn't get all that creative this year, but you can use pretty much any kind of ice cream, okay? So I'm going to take some vanilla ice cream. Robert, I'm going to get this to you. And, you know what, here, you just take that. That's not going to break. Okay, you've got your own beer going on today. I brought this. This is Waffle House Short Stack from Treehouse Brewing up in Massachusetts, which my son got for me. And you think I made a poor choice, is that right? Because it's an IPA?
I just know you are always going to go with an IPA.
No, I'm not always going to go with an IPA. I'm the guy who likes your beer. I like your Mexican stout. But this Waffle House right here, let me read you this. It's an American IPA with heavy uses of blueberry-forward mosaic hops, blueberry puree, and grade A maple syrup. Well, that sounds like a dessert to me.
It does.
Yeah. One of the things is pour carefully. Use your judgment.
I wonder why
Lou, you're a mess.
Pants.
That's why I bring an extra pair of pants.
Oh my God, mine is delicious. What do you got? You got
I
your
have
own
the
stock
cider
here,
donut
right?
cider. I figure that would complement the vanilla ice cream really nice. So that's in there. I think it's got to settle down a little bit.
You know, this is messy, but it's delicious. I did the coconut porter.
So, what works, Robert, what works and what doesn't when you would do something like this?
Stirring doesn't work.
Yeah.
I think a nice dark beer would work too, like a porter or a stout in this. Mexican stout would be awesome. I wish we had it in season.
Yeah.
But I think it would complement that very well.
What doesn't work?
Probably an IPA.
You're wrong. Try that. You're wrong.
Yeah, it's good.
Right?
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
see what
fruity.
you got here.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
I have a mess.
Oh,
It's
that's
just found me.
cider? Nice.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, you win.
Yeah.
What is this? This is your cider.
It's a cider donut
You know
cider.
what? Do we have any donuts here while we're doing this
Yes,
thing?
we sure do.
Guess what? We get paid to do this show. Well, not
Keep them away
but
from
the
the
rest
crowd. We might
There you
into
go.
a riot here.
So here's what we're gonna do. You take a donut. You take his, because I don't want to get the stuff in mine. You dunk.
Oh, thanks.
God, that is good. Lou, now that yours has settled,
Yeah.
what did you make?
I'm not sure I want to tell you because I want to keep drinking it. I dropped it in the coconut porter. It's working really well.
So vanilla ice cream, coconut porter. By the way, you don't have to just use vanilla ice cream. Give me that.
No, because a porter with a black raspberry,
Oh, yeah.
that's really good.
That'd be incredible.
Boy, that's really, you know
Isn't
what?
that nice?
I think you win.
Man, I'll tell you, coconut porter.
It's a very flexible beer you've got there. Did not know that much.
I drink that on the beach.
Yeah. I have done this with all flavors of ice cream. Every once in a while, Bassett's Ice Cream, and I love Bassett's, does a cinnamon ice cream. They don't bring it out very often.
Oh, wow.
But you put that cinnamon ice cream in with a beer, it's great. Or,
That'd be great with that Mexican stout.
would be great with that. Or in terms of beers, I think fruit beers work really well with this.
Okay.
Particularly if you're going to use vanilla.
Oh, yeah. I would think if the Bomb Pop would probably be pretty good with
Bomb
vanilla.
Pop would be pretty good, but I don't know if it'd be as good as this IPA.
No, I
There's a
think
brewery up by us does a fruited sour that they serve with a dollop of soft serve ice cream in it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we all are loving this. Why has this not caught on?
I just think it's hard to manage. Like a lot of breweries don't have extra freezers.
Right?
And look at his mess there. So, yeah, I think it's probably hard
There's
to
the man
manage.
who's got ice cream and beer all over himself. Yeah.
And I've seen they have beer soft serve now. I don't know if you've seen that.
Wait.
Wow.
There's
Hello?
breweries in Pittsburgh that actually make their soft serve ice cream with beer.
Oh, I saw that. It's
Yeah.
a weird looking glass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you tried?
No, I haven't. I try to stay away from Pittsburgh. I'm a Philly guy.
By the way, later in the year,
Hate the sports teams.
we think there is a Pittsburgh invades Philly thing
Oh,
every
yeah,
year.
definitely. Yep.
We think we may go to one of those and start trouble. Anyway, all right, coming up, guess what? I'm leaving here. I'm going to France. I'm going to check in with our pal Joe Sixpack next on What's Brewing.
Hey Ben, sorry, Glenn?
Hi, Andrew Colligan, purveyor of fine Conshohocken Brewing Company beer. I find myself in a bit of a quandary, Andrew. I love Conshohocken Brewing Company beer, but which one is my favorite? Ooh, I do love Type A IPA.
Our #1 selling beer for a reason.
Yes, and Hazy Life Coach IPA. Oh, this one is delicious.
Hazy, juicy goodness.
And wonderful, and who wouldn't love that? Who doesn't love Ring the Bell American Lager.
The perfect choice to pair with our Philly sports teams or anytime.
You know what? I think it's Ring the Bell for me, but now the question is, what's the right quantity?
I think I might have something perfect for you. Ring the Bell 12 packs.
Why, you've nailed it. Now available in convenient 12-ounce 12 packs at any beer store near you. This is wonderful. But how will all of this fit on the back of my horse? Welcome back to What's Brewing. I'm Glen Macnow, and we are joined by my pal, the creator of this show, Joe Sixpack. Living large. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, Glenn. It's great to see you. New season on board. I'm loving it.
Yeah, nice. It's always nice to be back, and thank you so much for being part of it. All right. I want to start with really what is some very sad news that we've discussed on the show, which is the closing of really one of the key all-time great craft breweries, which is Anchor Brewing. Sapporo, the multinational company that bought them, I think it was 2017, decided we're done. We're shutting it down. It's over. What happened?
It was a shocker. It really was, Glenn. I guess it's just a money decision for them, but I think that they failed to realize the sentimental value of Anchor Brewing, which, honestly, maybe you can't put a dollar on it, but Anchor is really important to anybody that likes craft beer because its founder, or the man who revived the brewery, Fritz Maytag, is responsible for so many different aspects of craft brewing. Not only the whole nature of a small brewery competing with the big guys, but the styles of beer themselves. He brought back the IPA, the porter, steam beer, the famous Anchor steam beer. And for me, the one that really hurts is that he was responsible for bringing back Christmas beer. And you know how much I love that, Glenn.
I do. Hey, you wrote a whole book about Christmas beer.
I did, and I don't think I would never have written it if it weren't for Fritz. Not just like him helping me out with a lot of the content, but the fact that you could find Christmas beer before Anchor. It's our special ale. Before that beer came out, there was Christmas beer was essentially a stack of red and green beer cans from Schmitz or whatever, stacked on a Santa Claus display. It had no relationship to the centuries old tradition of Christmas beer.
All right, so the last thing, because we talk on this show about breweries that open, we talk about breweries that close. It is not uncommon for a brewery to close, but this one hits hard.
It does. I mean, it's a money decision. I understand that. And I'll tell you, I bet you a lot of our viewers, Glenn, haven't had an Anchor Steam beer in years, so they may have forgotten that beer. But I think when craft beer loses breweries like this, it loses a very vital part of what makes craft beer, and that is the people, the tradition, the connection that we make to the breweries. It's not just some sort of liquid that's made by big corporations. It's made by typically small companies, and we know who makes it. And when we lose that, that's a big thing for us in craft beer.
All right, one thing that we always like to do when we get the opportunity to be with you is ask Professor Sixpack, and so we're going to do that now. And by the way, you can always send us questions. I'm on Twitter at @RealGlenMacnow, or whatever Twitter is these days. He is at beer_radar. And we got an interesting one this week from Mark in Plymouth, who said, I'm noticing a return to 12-ounce cans in my beer store. I vote yes, especially with powerful beers when 16 ounces is too much. What's going on? And so before we get into that, I went to my friendly beer store today, and here's what I got. I got the 25-ounce IPA from Goose Island. I don't know that I'm going to be drinking that. I got a nice 16-ounce, kind of the standard these days, from Wrong Crowd, a Doppelbock. I got a 12-ouncer from Conshohocken Brewing Company, so we have switched to 12-ouncers for Ring the Bell, which we're going to talk about in a second. And Joe Sixpack, I found an 8, this cute, let me put it in front of you so you see this. This is an adorable little 8-ouncer from Nicaragua. I've never had a Nicaraguan beer. I'm looking forward to this, I guess, before lunch. Is there a move from 16 to 12-ounce cans, and why?
Well, I don't know if it's an actual move. I think 16-ounce beers are still popular because that's what the small breweries, the brew pubs and so on make as, for their one-offs. And those one-offs are probably they have equipment and labeling that's all set up for 16 ounces. But the 12 ounces, I think that what we're seeing is they're becoming more popular because of grocery stores, and people want, the grocery stores like to keep their beers the same sizes. It's hard to mix and match those 12 and 16 ounce beers. So, that's why we'll see, if it's a trend, then we're going to see it because of pushing by the grocery stores. The thing is, I don't really, if you ask me why did we go from 16 to 12 ounces? I don't know. It's a mystery, Glenn, because, maybe somebody said, hey, why don't we do 12 ounces again? And everybody just followed them.
I will give you 2 reasons I like this. 1, I think it's better for tailgating. I don't need to drink that much beer. And 2, the 12 ounces, you finish them before they go cold, unless we drink as fast as you.
That's, especially in the summer, they do go quick. Here in, it's funny because we have the same things here in France. We have, this one is, well, it looks like a 16 ounces. It's actually 440 milliliters, and this is a 12 ounce, or actually 330. It's the same can. They just use metric here for their measurements.
Here's the bottom line. Beer in any size can is our friend. Joe Sixpack, we'll talk to you down the road. Welcome back. This is What's Brewing. I'm Glen Macnow. He's Lou Bryson. This is Robert Zarco in his Jerome Brown jersey, wearing it proudly. At Linvilla Orchards, your beer garden here, and I don't know what this is, but it's delicious.
Yeah. Cider donut, cider, hard slushy. So we make these in the fall. People like them if it's a little warm out. It's very refreshing.
Cider donut, cider, hard slushy.
Those little flecks are cinnamon?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's a really nice thing. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah, we can't make them fast enough. People just drink them up quickly.
I like it. All right, by the way, if you come out to Linvilla, all nature of things to do here, all kinds of ways to have fun. And they make their own pizzas here, which are delicious, so you can get some of those as you're drinking your hard cider slushy. All right, we talked earlier in the show about pumpkin beer. I know you are particularly proud of yours, your pumpkin ale. Whoops, here it is as I spill it on myself.
It's all right, I'll take a little bit of that.
That's good stuff. Okay, here we go.
So
tell me about this and why you're so proud of it.
Yeah, and this one's a little hardier. This is 9.4%.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It has a pumpkin. It's light on the pumpkin spice. It really focuses on the brown sugar, what you'll get. And the vanilla bean really rounds it out. So a little sweetness to it, but not overwhelming with the spices.
And there is pumpkin flesh in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can smell that. I swear I can.
We talked earlier in the show about how it's like everybody says like, oh, I hate them, get rid of them and something, but everybody likes them. So what's your take on this?
I love it. It's a hearty beer. This at 9.4, I could drink about this much of it.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah. It's a heavy hitter. It would be great with vanilla ice cream like we did.
Yes.
But
really nice.
It's something that we get out early. It's such a short season for pumpkin beers, so we get that out in the beginning of August, and then they go through October.
You know what I like about this? It's big, it's obviously heavy, but it's not syrupy.
Yep.
There's not a ton of sugar in there.
Very
it's
clean.
Good.
Yeah, really nice. Okay, also, as this show is running, it's 2 days after the release of your Oktoberfest.
Yeah, so our Oktoberfest came out. We have that in 12-ounce cans. That's a fest beer, so Oktoberfest used to be a Marzen. That switched around a number of years ago, so now it's a fest beer.
I need the two of you geeks to explain to me the difference between a Marzen
I'll let you go at it.
So this is a Wiesen, what they call it in Germany. Okay.
Yep.
So what we in America drink as Oktoberfest, Märzen, is what they were drinking, 60 years ago, 70 years ago, at the actual Oktoberfest. They have since switched to a beer that is lighter in color, a little bit lighter in body, still about the same alcohol level. I mean, I've had both. They're both really good, but we just kind of get stuck on the amber-colored one, and they're both good.
Yeah.
Which is like our Barnegat Lager, which is more of a Marzen. But with the fest beer, I feel like it's very drinkable. It's great, and if you have those big steins you're holding, You want something that's
Oh, we're
a little
going to do
lighter
the
than
Stein
that.
holding contest coming
Yeah,
up.
you want
That
something
you're the
light.
guy
Exactly.
who let me know about that.
Yeah,
I got
skew
to
the
find a way.
competition.
We are going to get that on the show, and we're going to have a good time with that. All right, Robert Zarko, you have your place here. You have your place in Swarthmore, and your main brewery is down in Beach Haven, New Jersey.
Exactly.
Where we've been down there at the shore.
Exactly.
It's really a fun place. However, as fun as listen, we think Pennsylvania has some restrictive alcohol laws. New Jersey really is tough, and there's been kind of a movement here and a hope that the governor is going to maybe get involved. What's
I would
going on?
hope so. The governor put all the politicians out to get a bill to help out the breweries. It was approved to help us, 75-0. It goes on Governor Murphy's desk, and he refuses to sign it.
Why do you think that is?
He wants to get a bigger liquor reform in. Our fear is...
Oh, he was like a grand bargain kind of?
But my fear is we have a hiatus from these regulations that are antiquated with food trucks. We're not allowed that. We're not allowed music, events. We can't promote anything.
Yeah, we've talked about this on the show before, and it is ridiculous. Some of the regulations in New Jersey involving breweries, you still have to do the mandatory tours.
Exactly.
It's almost more like they're not even restrictive, they're just odd.
Yeah.
You know, like somebody's got a bug in their ear.
And if you are limited in the number of events you can have a year.
Yeah, 25 events.
25 events a year.
And you have to announce them?
You got to announce it, and you could, if you don't put in for a permit, you can't announce it, and they can come in and give you violations.
And you can't just go on social media and say, hey, we're having this great night coming up, come out, right?
No, that's against the rules.
So what are you guys trying to do to get the governor to
Well, he's not
sign
going to
it?
sign it. My fear is that after the hiatus at the end of the year, that there's not another hiatus. It's going to take them a while to get this liquor reform in place. So I'm hoping they grant this hiatus for a longer period of time, so we could do the fun events like we're doing right now.
And some of you, I don't know if you're involved in this, but some of your brethren are involved in making beer with a specific name.
Yeah, it's just vote for the bill, Phil, and it's the little character from I'm Not a Bill.
Yeah.
Just I'm only a bill.
Yeah, well, I hope the governor, I understand that the governor wants a larger change in it, and that's probably a good idea, but in the meantime, step by step would be really helpful.
Yeah, they're killing small businesses. That's the issue.
Pilot program or a temporary, or, I mean, we did a lot of those during COVID.
Right.
You know, things where like, you know what, we'll relax the rules for a while. Relax the rules until you get the whole deal.
Yeah, they're killing us with that. So it's going to put a lot of businesses breweries out of business, I should say.
Well, we don't want to see that at all,
Nope.
and we wish you the best.
Well,
and we're always delighted to be here. Thank you so much, man.
No problem.
For
thanks for
having us
coming
back.
out.
Yeah,
Come back in
and
the
by the
fall.
way, these apple cider
These are
slushies.
delicious.
Yeah, get some of these. How long are you keeping these on the menu?
They'll be through November.
Okay, well, good. We'll be back for those. Anyway, thank you, Lou. Thank you as always for being part
Great
of the
time.
show. We'll see you next week with an all-new episode of What's Brewing.
What's Brewing is brought to you in part by Monco Maker's Passport. Download your free digital pass and sip your way through Montgomery County. By the Conshohocken Brewing Company, featuring 4 locations and available at beer retailers throughout the tri-state area. And by support from the Pennsylvania Malt and Brewed Beverage Industry Promotion Board and grant funding from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.